Dr. Minashin Vaila. FA Cup champions.
Hello and welcome to Around the Wickets once again with Shyam Impett and our guest and our expert, of course, Farveez Maharoof. Good morning, how's it going?
Good morning, Shyam. Very well, thank you.
It was an interesting game. Lots of adventure, so to speak, and lots of drama, and it was such a thrilling match, I tell you. I think Sri Lanka would be very proud of the way they've performed.
I never short of a drama. I thought, as I said in the last show, I had a feeling that, we could win it, and obviously, we played so well. And everyone stood up when the chips were down after the few issues which happened during the second test match. That shows the real character of the team. I mean, they came out, guns blazing from the youngster to the senior player. Everyone performed well, and especially the bowlers. I mean, 20 wickets, taking 20 wickets. I mean, within so many less overs, and the catching, of course, was brilliant. And overall, I thought a brilliant test match for Sri Lanka, and the way we rounded up. The fight in 2 knocks as well, I mean, it shows the character of the team.
Absolutely. Let's quickly look at the scores now. 204 is what the West Indies got in their allotted, in their first innings rather. And Jason Holder with 74 and 71 to Dorich. I think that guy was amazing throughout the whole series. One consistent player. Lahiru Kumara with 4 for 58 and Kasun Rajda with 3 for 68. Bringing a very important element of pace bowling that Sri Lanka has been lacking, like we spoke last time as well. Most of the wickets, in fact, fell for the Pacers.
Exactly. I think 17 wickets. And also, speaking about Lahiru Kumar and Kasun Rajda, I think Lahiru Kumar broke the record which Chamin Devas had of taking the highest wickets in a series. And also, Kasun Rajda, from the first ball from St. Lucia when he made a debut, it was very impressive. He got the pace, he got the bounce, he got the swing. I thought real good find. And
very exciting player to watch as well.
He is. I mean, he's been knocking on the scene for a while. I mean, he's been performing well in the domestic circuit for various clubs. But for the last couple of years, he has got this reputation of being consistently bowling well for a longer period. So when he got the opportunity, that's how it is. I mean, you get the opportunity, you just got to grab it. And that's exactly what he did.
And Sri Lanka, of course, in their first innings, 154 is what they got. However, Niroshan Dickwella, 42 from 72 deliveries, a very important knock under pressure. I think that 42 would be as good as a century.
Definitely. I thought not only Dicka, I mean, the guys who made all 30s. And also one, I would like to bring up that this must be the first time, I'm not too sure about whether it's correct stat or not. We just have to check whether first time in our career, cricketing Sri Lankan career, that we won a test match with the batsman not scoring even a half century. Both the innings, we didn't score a half century, but we all had players just chipping in with small scores, which eventually was big enough to win the test match. And that surface at Kensington Oval was a bit up and down. It wasn't the easiest for the batters to get in. And speaking about Dickwell, I thought he batted really well for his 40, and most of the batsmen got starts but couldn't kick on.
Yeah.
But that 42 definitely helped a lot when it came to the first innings lead which West Indies had.
That's a very interesting stat that you actually made. I need to check it out as well. While you're actually at it now, Sri Lanka had to bat second, and 154 is what they managed in 59 overs. You said last week that this was a pace-friendly wicket, and lo and behold, it was beyond friendly. It was very accommodating. And of course, Sri Lanka falling 50-odd runs short in their first innings, and then West Indies coming into bat, 93 all out. What do you think would have happened in the dressing room before Sri Lanka came out?
I think it's a motivational work by someone. And it definitely worked. I mean, 93 all out in 31 overs. Again, 3 fast bowlers cleaning it up. I thought, we were more disciplined. Though we don't have much pace except Lahiru Kumara, but what I believe in that wicket, we bowled the right areas and the right length. More than the lines, the right length. Getting the batsman coming forward. So most of the time, what fast bowlers do is, the mistake they does is when they see the wicket quickening it up, they try to bowl short.
Right.
Whereas it should be the other way around. You should pitch it up to get the batsman and try to nick to the slips or whatever. Make them play in the front foot. So that's exactly what Suranga did. I mean, Suranga has been, so consistent performer for us for a long time, and he just continued his good work. And Kasun Rajda, as I said before, was very impressive.
Amazing, amazing. And then, of course, 144 was the target. Sri Lanka started off terribly. Lost 5 quick wickets, and then we had to fall back onto the injured man himself, KJP. cometh the man, cometh the hour, so to speak. He was wrapped up like a mummy up here, and he went and he batted and he did his job along with Dilruwan Perera. 28 and 23 not out is what they got, and made sure that Sri Lanka saw the new ball and the old ball and whatever else, and they just went through it under pressure. Amazing knocks.
I mean, two Pereira's definitely did the job. I mean, 60 odd runs, the partnership under pressure, as you said. 4 wickets left. I just thought, KJP, he just showed what a brave man he is. I mean, coming after the nasty injury which he had. And they say never underestimate a wounded soldier. That's exactly what KJP did. And Dilruwan Perera shows what experience does. He knew that he had to stick around. When the opportunity came, he went for strokes, as well as he gave support to KJP and finished the job. I mean, overall, I thought we finished really well. And I would have loved to see St. Lucia game as win as well, but some few issues there, we couldn't win it. But overall, I think it's a successful tour for us with lots of positives.
You said the other day we walked into this game with a psychological one-up against the West Indies, and it showed here. It showed a lot. And even though we may have drawn the series, most Sri Lankans and most others also would think that Sri Lanka walked away with this with a high morale.
And also in Barbados, I don't think any Asian teams, I think that was confirmed. Yeah. No Asian teams have won in Barbados, so we are the first one. So and that's also Suranga Lakmal's first game as captaincy. So lots of historical moments, and also without Ranganerat and Murali, this is the first time you won a test match as well.
Yes.
So many history-making achievements overall, and this win will be up there with the most memorable win for Sri Lanka for a long time.
Definitely, because also West Indies 93 is the lowest total that Sri Lanka have kept a team to while playing away. That's something amazing as well. The previous best stuff was 102 against Zimbabwe in Harare 2004. Yep. Did you have anything to do with that game?
That was my debut game. That was my debut. I can remember that's a game where Murali broke Courtney Walsh's record of highest wicket taker. So that was my debut game.
So not bad. It's all good things. And Suranga Lakmal's captaincy, first ever specialist fast bowler to reach Sri Lanka in a test game. And he's done really well.
Very impressive. The field sittings he did, the attacking mind he had. I thought he showed what an experienced campaigner is, and whenever we need him, he will be ready for us.
He's actually one of those soldiers. I think it's very well, not more than filled in the boots of Shyam Impett. He's taken the role and he's taken that senior pacer's role, and he's now become not just a player but a motivator, a guide for the newer ones as well.
I mean, I told you the last show. I mean, he's a voice in the dressing room. Yeah. People listen to him because he's been respected in this regard, and he has earned that respect. So it's just a matter of time. He will go from strength to strength, and we have to look after him as well. I mean, played 3 test matches on the trot. Important South African series coming up. So next few days of recovery and training going to be very important for Sri Lanka.
He's going to have to rest because he bowled 10.3 overs on the trot in the second innings, and he left the field as well due to cramps.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, that was something that you'd have to.
I think if it's just manage. A cramp, I think he'll be fine for South African series. But his workload has to be managed for him to be up there when he plays important 2 test matches in South African series.
It's going to be important. Now let's have a quick look at the tour reviews. The most runs, Kusal Mendis, 285 runs in 6 innings with an average of 47.5. How impressive is that?
I mean, he's been very impressive. I mean, he's been our leading batter along with Dinesh. But I thought, whenever we are, down in the batting order, whatever it is, Kusal Mendis or Chandimal, they take the responsibility. And good to see a young guy taking that burden in his shoulder and performing well. Even the second innings of the Barbados Test match, I thought he batted really well, but unfortunately, got a ball which kept a little low and hit his pads. But overall, Kusal Mendis, I mean, he's been a gem for us, and hopefully he will continue this good form in the upcoming series.
And Dinesh Chandimal has been prolific in the last 12 months. 229 runs in 4 innings with a staggering average of 76.3. I mean, what more can you say? I
mean, he leads from the front. I mean, even in the field, even when he's batting, he's a guy who values his wicket. I know that at the St. Lucia game, he played two loose strokes and got out. But overall, if I take the last year or so, the amount of runs he has scored, the amount of time he has batted in the middle, that speaks volumes of him as having that patience to bat for so long. That's where the responsibility comes as a captain. So he's leading from the front, and you got a Surang Lakmal as a bowler who's leading from the front, captain and vice captain. So I think our team is in good hands for the moment.
And it looks like a very solid test squad. I mean, barring the one-day performance or the limited overs performance, our test team has been doing really well. And I think, like you said, mainly because of the work that's been put behind the scenes.
Absolutely. I mean, if you take our test squad, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be next squad for the South African series, because so many guys performing well, guys have to come in.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'll be a tough selection ahead. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I was also impressed with Niroshan Dikwal, 176 runs in his 6 innings. It was good to see him in runs because he was struggling prior to the series. He was out of the squad for a bit, and now he's back, and he did really well behind the wickets. I think he's one of the best wicket keepers we've had in a long time.
Absolutely. I mean, he was very safe as sound, and also important knocks, the little knocks what he played at batting at number 7, which was important, and in the end that got us to win the third test match, the 40 he made in the first innings.
And of course, you can't forget about the West Indians, the way they played. Shane Dorridge, man of the series. And Surangal Lakmal, he had 12 wickets in 6 innings, which was amazing in terms of our bowling. And Kasun Rajda with 11 from 4 innings in the debut series. That's just a very good start for the young man.
I mean, indeed. I mean, it's going to be a good pace attack for us going forward, because we have so many fast bowlers who's performing well. So, you know, in Sri Lanka, only 2 fast bowlers most probably will play. So there are lots of players competing for it. So that's good head to have, definitely.
Let's see how it goes. And then, like I said, Shane Dorridge, well, a word or two about him.
Yeah, Shane Dorridge, I mean, little wicket keeper, we guts it out whenever West Indies were down. And for a young player, you know, I thought he's very impressive, along with the skipper. I mean, last game I thought he took 9 wickets or something like that and scored 74. So those 2 guys in the third test match, both the innings, as well as the entire series, been performing really well, and those 2 are definitely the highlight, apart from Shannon Gabriel and a few others.
Positives and negatives, what would you take back home, as if you were to play in that dressing room? What would you take as the positives, and if negatives, if there were any?
I thought negative-wise, a few of the batsmen failing, you know, namely Mahir Udatta and Roshan Silva, you know, they're not performing well, and even Kusal Janit, except for the last innings, he was failing as well. So he would love to make some runs to stake his claims. But I wouldn't say negative, but just that, you know, they didn't have the proper series. I mean, not every batter performs. So what happens is whoever scores have to score big, and the others just play around with them. And, you know, apart from those 2 not coming to the runs, I thought bowling-wise, I thought we are right up there. Especially the fast bowlers, they bowl really well, injury-free. That's very important. And whenever they were bowling a spell, it seemed like they're always almost getting a wicket somewhere down the line. So that's a good thing to have a look at, because every time we bowl, we got the swing, we got pace. So, you know, that's definitely impressive. And spinners wise, you know, they were tight. I mean, we were having so much grass in the wicket, you can't expect spinners to do much work. And I thought Dilruwan Perera, third test match, was very steady. And in the second test, Akila Dhananjaya bowled well, though he was not given a chance to the third test match. I thought it was a tactical decision to play Dilruwan, and even Rangan in the first test match bowled well. So I thought overall the bowling was really good. I'm very happy. Even the catching, fielding was top notch, but batting, you know, let down a little bit. But end of the day, if you win a test match, which is important, like third test match, I don't think we should be talking that much about negative, but talk about positive and go to the South African series in a high note.
Meanwhile, Sri Lanka under-19 the provincial one-day tournament got underway, and the Western Province Central beat the Western Province North in the final. There were over 150 young cricketers playing, and talent was definitely unearthed, and a lot of good things that we saw in that tournament. And Sri Lanka under-19 will in fact play a 4-day game and 5-day matches against India in July and August at home as well. So this is a good preparation. What do you think our current base is like for the under-19s in terms of talent? We had a lot of school cricket that's been played, and a lot of good performances that came in the big matches as well. Your thoughts?
I mean, these guys, the boys from the colleges, are playing cricket from end of September. And they're playing non-stop. I mean, they are in the peak of their game, and we have a new coach appointed. So Hashan's first appointment. And again, India always, from our era, every time they have a very strong under-19 team. So it won't be easy. And also, we are selecting players after this performance in the provincial tournament. I thought that was really important. And as I said, Indians always, under-19s are tough not to beat. So it's going to be an important series for our young Lions.
We'll see how it goes. All the best for the Sri Lankan youngsters, and obviously we're going to be behind you, and the whole nation will back you on that one. Now, on a different angle rather, Mahela Jayawardene is to captain the MCC T20 Triangular. An amazing opportunity as well for the young lad, so to speak. The man has so much experience, and he's going to make his second appearance for the MCC as well. What do you think about this opportunity then?
I think he's looking forward to getting to the field and batting at Lords, where he made a test 100 where I played and I was there watching it. So I think Mahela, I mean, there's so many good things you can speak about Mahela. I mean, the best captain ever did captain Sri Lanka, and so many good vibes being around him, and he's a positive person, and I'm pretty sure that he's looking forward to captain these 2 games against Nepal and Netherlands, which will be experience for those 2 countries as well, to rally around him, to get a thing or two, the advices or whatever it is, to have a chat to him. So overall, I thought, I think that this will be a good opportunity for all of them to get together and showcase what they got at home of cricket.
And the MCC have actually packed their squad with about 4 seasoned players who in fact beat England in that game that they had about 3 weeks ago. And they are still to release the full squad, but Mahela is definitely going to be the captain. And it's going to be interesting to see teams like Netherlands and Nepal actually come to this as well. We can see how they would perform, and it will be a good opportunity overall, like you said, for everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, learning from the best is what any upcoming nations can do, and that's exactly what opportunity they're going to get.
And it's also a proud moment as us Sri Lankans to see one of our own go there and teach something to the next generation. Now, the Women's World Cup T20 fixtures have been released. It's going to be from the 9th to the 24th of November, hosted by the West Indies. The Sri Lankan women are in a very tight group. Okay, if you look at it, we've got the West Indies, we've got England, South Africa, and qualifier 1. That's Group A, and in Group B, it's Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, and India, and qualifier 2. Sri Lanka plays their first match against England.
Tough group, as you said. England, South Africa, West Indies. I mean, that's a very tough group. But you just have to look at the positives. I mean, just on the day, anyone can beat anyone, especially in a world stage like the World Cup. So our girls should be positive. They'll be prepared. They've got another 3 months, 4 months of training ahead, and just go out there, enjoy themselves. Because in a World Cup, it's very important to enjoy yourself. That's where you release your pressure what you have, and you just go out there and perform with pressure free.
Just go have a good time and come back.
I mean, when you're not favorites, that's where you can easily upset anyone.
Right.
So you just have to have that mentality, and I'm pretty sure we have enough time to prepare for the World Cup, and the new coach is going to be announced pretty soon. So he has to rally around, or get the team, his squad proper, and just go out there and enjoy.
It's all to gain and nothing to lose for the girls. Of course, they had a very abysmal Asia Cup, but that's okay. We've got to move forward, and better things and good things are definitely coming its way. Farveez, thank you very much.
Thank you, Shyam.
It was a pleasure having you on the show as always. And before wrapping up, let's move on to the question of the week. Who was Suranga Lakmal's first test wicket? Hit us down on the comments, and let us know what your answer is, and we'll obviously let you know how well you've done later on. Now, last week's question was, how much did Dinesh Chandimal score in his debut test innings? The answer was 58 against South Africa at Durban in 2012. In fact, he also scored 54 in the second innings as well. And that's it from us. See you next week.